Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Well, we're about to get to the conclusion of Group B, but we've already had lots of action this week. We had Group A start on Tuesday, and that concluded on Wednesday. And we've also had the conclusion of Group C. So let's have a look how Group A finished up. And it was Josh Payne who took his place straight through to Saturday night's final. James Richardson and Scott Marsh into Group B, which we'll see the finish of in a moment. And Kai Fan Lung, Scott Walters and Alan Tavern had to go back in to Group C. Well, Group C came to a finish this afternoon, and it was Alan Tavern who came out on top. Let's not forget, Alan Tavern in the opening 2 days picked up just one win. How fortunes changed. Andy Jenkins also finishing on 14 points. Kai Fan Lung, David Wazowski, Scott Walters and Dan Day finished in that order. So we know Josh Payne, Alan Tavern and Andy Jenkins are already through into the final. So tonight, the top 3 from Group B will join those 3 to make up the 6-man field for Saturday night's final, where the players get an opportunity to qualify for Champions Week. Well, after last night, Chaz Barstow and Scott Marsh finished the night winning 3 out of 4 games. James Richardson in 3rd position, winning 2 from 4. And Richard North and Ryan Finesse both picked up 1 win apiece. But as we know from history, these groups can really change on the night, especially as it is the top 3 that go through. So look out for the leg difference, because it will play its part. Well, the lineup for tonight is in this order. Richard North against Scott Marsh, Richardson Furness, Marsh Barstow, Furness North, Barstow Richardson, Marsh Furness, Barstow North, Richardson Marsh, Furness versus Barstow, and North versus Richardson. And you can bet your bottom dollar there will be something on those final couple of games. It always seems to work out that way. Up first is Richard North up against Scott Marsh. Here is Richard North, 31 from Romsey. Not too long ago was in the top 32 of the PDC Order of Merit. Uses a 25-gram Red Dragon. Actually, he's using a Nathan Aspinall dart at the moment, I do believe. This is Scott Marsh, 39 from Orpington. Uses a 22.5-gram Quantum dart. Both players just making sure everything is correct and present, and we can't do a lot without our referee who just came in vision, Owen Binks. These two have already met 3 times in live league history. They met twice in phase 1 at the beginning of 2021. Scott Marsh winning both those ties, 4-1 and 4-2. And made it a hat-trick of wins last night, did Scott Marsh.
Okay, first against Richardson.
A real tight one, 4-3. Highest average of the night last night came from Richard North in his opening match. He averaged 105.95 in a 4-2 win over James Richardson. But it was a real high-quality night of darts. The overall average for the night was 90.11. Chaz Barstow tops the table. Averaged 93.43 for the night. Scott Marsh, 91.59. Richard North, 90.5.
85.
For the night. Northie hit 5 180s, as did Ryan Furness, as did Chaz Barstow. But Chaz Barstow had the best checkout percentages of the night, 40.54. No shock, he's topped. He's top.
100.
He topped the checkout table as well. 2 ton plus finishes. Both to win matches. Well, the 139 against Richard North was to win the match, and Northie was waiting on a finish.
45.
Disappointingly followed with 45.
59.
Opportunity for Marsh. Another one of those. Would have
81.
left double 18. He's down to
Richard, you
95.
require
A let off
132.
for Richard North, who wants 132. Will go bull for a start. The 25 leaves 107. Trouble 19 and bull. Cancel that. 120 left. 20 for tops.
92. Scott, you require
See an
95.
attempt at bull here for Scott Marsh. 25 leaves 70. That leaves 45. That leaves tops for a breaker throw in 15 darts.
55. Richard, you
Most
require
imperative. Richard North gets off to a good start tonight.
40. Game
Has
show on
any
the first leg.
ambitions of
Richard North.
making the top 3. And he's just about dodged a bullet there. And takes out the double for a hold of throw in 16 darts and a 1-0 lead.
Second leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on. $60.
Sure, all the players feeling quite good about themselves.
60.
Chaz Barstow especially averaged 93.43 for the night. That's over 16 legs. It's about 13 more than the great Phil Taylor averaged this evening.
180.
Much to the dismay of this man who bet me a fiver he'd average over 95.
134.
Started well though, Richard North. Had the third highest running average of the night, and as I mentioned,
97.
the highest average of the night with that 105.95. Not the highest average this week. That belongs to Josh Payne.
66.
113.56.
Scott, you require 164.
Looking at the 2 trouble 19s, which I don't get because not really going to go at the ball surely with your opponent back on 2 full 1. There's a really strong favourite for this one, Scott Marsh, 8 to 15.
137. Scott, you require 70.
10 matches to bring you this evening. All the games best of 7, first to 4. It's 2 points for a win.
30. Richard, you require 104.
I can tell you, the first in the building this evening is James Richardson, putting in the hard yards
80.
on the board. He
Scott, you
faces
require
Ryan
40.
Furness in the match to follow this one.
Game show on the second leg. Scott Marsh.
The double. And Scott Marsh levels the match with a 17 dart hold of throw, not a breaker throw in sight in leg 2. Everything going with the darts.
Third leg, it's Richard to throw first. Game on. $115. $140. $129. $57.
So Richard North, 47 the lead, plus these. Would love to find a big visit just to give himself a bit of breathing space. Take a bit of pressure off the finish, which is exactly what he's done.
$85. Richard, you require 134.
80 left. If Scott Marsh should have kept closer order, we would have seen Northey go tops there.
$141.
Now there's pressure on this tops to
Richard, you
hold throw.
require 40.
3 in hand.
Game
Only needs the one.
leg.
2 out of 2 on the finishing for Richard North, and he's averaging just over the ton right now. 2-1 on throw.
Four-legged Scott to throw first. Game on. 58.
Not unusual for Scott Marsh to not get out of the blocks quickly. Usually takes him a few legs to adjust and warm to the task.
$140. $47. $95. $134.
And again, pressure on the throw of Scott Marsh. Be a horrible time.
58.
He doesn't hold because Northey will have the darts to win it in the following leg.
$43.
So let off.
Scott, you require 150. $56. Richard, you require 142.
Plenty of options. He went for 2 treble 17s for tops. That leaves 108.
51. Scott, you require 94.
Leaves the ball. Treble 19 leaves double 6.
Game shown the four flag.
Beautiful finish.
Scott Marsh.
Playing the percentages there, Scott Marsh. He knew if he hit the ball, it left him 44. And it was a lovely guide for him.
Fifth leg is Richard to throw
Actually
first.
slid it down the side of the dart in the 25.
$99. $96. $45.
Now it's Richard North's turn have his throw pressurised.
$123.
Took a horrible deflection there into the treble one.
$82.
No deflection this time. And that is a third 180 of the match for Scott Marsh. How quickly this game can
40.
turn.
Scott, you require 102.
All sorts of trouble. Took out a lovely 94. And now he's left 102 after 9 to break. 82 left. Should be ball.
79 left. 42. 90.
20
Scott, you require 60.
For 3-2. And the break of throw. It will be Scott Marsh who'll have the darts to win it in the very next leg.
Game show on the 5th leg. Scott Marsh.
It is a 15 dart break of throw for the man from Orpington.
6th leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on. $41. $140.
That is the first 140 of the match for Richard North.
100.
3 for Scott Marsh. Those players averaging well into the 90s. Well, it's all the threes for Scott Marsh. 3 scores of a ton, 3 140s, and 3 180s. Maybe he's hoping he finishes third.
$60.
At least. Currently in second spot on 6 points. Will go top with a win here. All the players will play 4 matches this evening.
140.
Players who started throw against
125.
their opponents will
Richard, you
throw against
require
the darts done
124.
tonight. That's how it levels itself out. If people are wondering how it works, there's no bull up.
84.
Ties are just reversed, as is the order of throw. Good leg from Richard this. Tops after 12 to hit back.
84. Richard, you require 40. Game show on the 6th leg.
And the
Richard
perfect
North.
doubling continues. I mentioned all the threes about Scott Marsh. Well, it's 3 out of 3 on the doubles for Richard North. And we have a game on.
7th and final leg, it's Richard to throw first. Game on. $100.
Kicks off with the ton.
100. $45. $57.
45 from North, not really punished by Scott Marsh.
$96.
Rescued the situation very, very well there, finding trouble 19 with his final dart. Here comes Marshy.
180.
180, number 4. Timed to perfection.
$100.
Both
Scott,
got
you
a finish.
require 164.
It's Scott Marsh who gets the first pop. Another one of those leaves ball. $98 remaining.
126.
Double 19 when he goes.
Richard, you require 160.
2 treble 20s and tops.
$85. Scott, you require 38. $22.
So he split the 38 with
Richard,
the
you
6.
require 75.
He's had 2 match darts. Treble 17 for double 12, 17, 18 tops. He's going to get 2 darts at 24. First dart is missed at a double.
69.
Oh, Richard.
Scott, you require 16.
What an opportunity to get off to a really, really good start. We may look back at this one in a couple of... Oh, my goodness.
No score.
He's busted score. Are the darting gods
Richard,
with
you
you
require
tonight,
6.
Richard North? Can you hit double 3?
Game
He can. He
shot and
picks
the
up his
match.
first win
Richard North.
against Scott Marsh in the live league. Very, very unfortunate for Scott Marsh. It was right in the corner of double 11 next door to double 8. 4 140s made no difference in the end. An average of 91.9 for Northie, 89.51 for Scott Marsh. But it's Richard North who moves on to 4 points with James Richardson, who we're going to see next. He's facing Ryan Furness. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. Up next, match number 2 of 10, and it's James Richardson
6 more.
up against Ryan Furness. Here is James Richardson, currently sat in 3rd position. Well, actually, no, he's not. He's currently in 4th with that win from Richard North. Now down in 4th spot. A win here, of course. We'll see him move on to 6 points. These two met.
Okay, first leg, it's James to throw first.
Penultimate game last night. James Richardson was against the darts on that occasion. Managed a 4-2 win with both players
100.
Just shy of 83. There was no 180s in the match, which is a bit of a surprise. Ryan hit 5
60
last night. Picked
97.
Up the 1 win last night. That was against Richard North, 4-3. James Richardson had a wonderful 4-3 win over Chaz Barstow in a terrific game. And as I mentioned, his other win was against this man.
$140.
Pace of this one will suit
140.
Both. James was the 8-15 favourite, 11-8 about Ryan.
60. James, you require 83. Game show on the first leg. James Richardson.
And clinical as you would want, James Richardson gets this one underway and his evening with a holder throw, 1-0.
Second leg, it's Ryan to throw first.
Well, certainly make him feel a little better. I know he was extremely disappointed about
60.
His performances last night, but a 83 on the ball. 15 dart hold.
100.
Such in good stead, and he's got it about him tonight. All the players, of course, desperate to get through to Saturday night.
140.
So they can get themselves in the mix to qualify for Champions Week, where there'll be £15,000 up for grabs.
41.
£6,000 for the winner.
60.
Great lineup for you next week, which I will tell you all about during tomorrow evening's final. Just join us for the first time.
60.
Welcome along. The final will consist of 2 groups of 3, where they will all play each other once, which will give us
83.
4 semi-finalists, and then, of course, 2 finalists. 3rd and 4th will play off, because the winner of that also
121.
Champions Week.
James Richardson, 97.
As do the winner and runner-up, and of course, the winner also bags
85.
a nice little payday.
Ryan, you require 60.
£5,000 in prize money each week.
50.
What a chance
James, you
for
require
James Richardson
12.
to get that break he probably feels like he deserves. Wants double six. Edging closer.
6. Ryan, you require 10.
He's doubling last night. It's down at 30%.
No score.
He's doubling.
James, you require 6.
And his overall league stats are at 35%. So he was definitely a bit below par.
No score.
Well, he's gone for double six.
Ryan, you require 10.
Seen a player do that at the Masters, didn't we?
Game's on the second leg. Ryan Furness
has really dodged one there. A max in the leg. Multiple missed darts at a double. I counted 6 for James Richardson to get the break, but it's 1-1.
Third leg, it's James to throw first. 60. 119. 60. 59.
Come up dry with his 2 opening visits with the throw.
100.
Really does have a high ceiling, does James Richardson.
100.
9 darters and high average, a high average in live league of 109.71.
60.
Multiple 170 finishes.
100.
It's Ryan Furness in pole position.
100. Ryan, you
1, 2,
require
3.
123.
Not quite as easy as ABC, but he wants 66, 16 ball. Well, I don't know why he's anywhere near
81.
that
James,
area of the board. Just
121.
make sure of the big 16 to get a dart at the ball. Well, not going to matter on this
62.
occasion.
Ryan, you require
As
42.
his career moves forward, those kind of mistakes will get punished.
Game's on the third leg. Ryan
Yes.
Furness.
Our first break of throw, and it goes to Ryan Furness in 18 darts. Not quite got the quality
Fourth leg, it's
this one
Ryan
we
to throw
expected.
first. Game on. 60. 140. 100.
Once Ryan Finesse gets the timing right around that 60, he can be devastating. Seen it in spells
100.
last night. And he produced some wonderful darts last year in his appearances
60.
at the Online Darts Live League.
$100. 100. James, you reckon 161.
He's gone for
102.
the treble 17 to leave the ball, but that looked a good marker on the treble 20. He could have stayed there and then picked off a 25 possibly to leave a 2-dart combination,
70.
which should
James
ensure
Rockman,
2 darts
59.
at a double. Tops for the break back in 14.
Game
It's
show on the
break
full
back
flag.
in
James
15
Richardson.
darts, and we have a level match, and it's back on throw.
Fifth leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
Didn't get off to a winning start last night, and
81.
just tended to struggle a little. Almost feel when he builds up a head of steam or gets some momentum.
134.
We often see the best from James.
$100. $100. $100. $100. $100. Or on your record, 167. $43. James record 120. $50. Ryan, you require 124. $88. James requires 70.
20 for tops. To hold a breaker throw beckons for Finesse.
30.
And he will get 3
Ryan,
darts for a
require
third
36.
consecutive breaker throw in this match. Well, that's a happy accident. It leaves double 16. That left double 8. And he could hit either.
James, you require 40. Game shown the fifth leg. James
He was
Richardson.
playing with fire there, and he left it late, but got the double 5 with his final dart to hold throw, and a much needed holder throw. Ryan Finesse has the darts
Six leg,
in
it's
leg
Ryan
6.
to throw first. $85. $140. $100. $91. $82. $100.
So on the Furness throw, Richardson down to 170. That'll be 170 to win it. And
100.
he will be
James
going
Rick,
for it with
170.
Furness on 134. Not this time.
134. Ryan, you record 134. 44.
So with a
James,
lovely
you've
setup.
36.
3 darts in hand at double 18. He
Game
does
shot
like
and
this
the
side of the
match.
board.
James Richardson.
It is the best leg of the match. And James Richardson eventually getting it done. An 85.66 on the average. But more importantly for James Richardson, it's making a winning start and getting 2 points early on the board. Right, we're going to be back with Scott Marsh versus Chaz Barstow. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. Up next, match number 3 of 10 we will bring you in this final night of Group B, and it is Scott Marsh against Chaz Barstow. Great chance for Chaz to pull clear. This is Scott Marsh, 39 from Orpington. Former British Open winner. My goodness. What a great tournament that used to be. Steeped in history. This is Chaz Barstow, 43 from Winchester. Uses a 25-gram Eric Bristow
first,
dart.
I get Scott to throw first. Game on.
This is Chaz's first game of the night. And Scott's second. Both these players started the night on 6 points.
96.
Scott stayed on 6 points after a 4-3 defeat to Richard North, so a chance for Chaz to pull clear.
121.
We will keep you up to date with the table as the night progresses.
$100.
Chaz Barstow won this tie last night. The bookies go 5-6, each of two. They
96.
part them. Stats very similar. I think Chaz Barstow has the slightly higher ceiling. Last night the averages were 91.07.
22.
Barstow, 88.77 Marsh. Last night it was Barstow
42.
who had the darts. Tonight it is Scott Marsh.
$82. 81.
Richardson with that win has joined these two on 6 points.
$130. Chazarek 161.
He's 71 with that 130. 161 for Barstow. Has to be careful. Should go bull here.
57.
25 with a left in the
Scott, you require
2-dart
71.
finish. 54 remaining. 14 tops. Tops is his favourite.
Game shot in the
That's
first
why.
leg. Scott Marsh.
Marsh holds on to the throw in leg one with an 18-dart finish and a 71 checkout. 1-0.
Second leg, it's Chaz to throw first. Game on. 58. $180.
180. Number 5 for the night.
83.
Hit 4 in his opening game. Lost to James Richardson.
$57.
3 last night. 5 already this evening. He hit
100.
3 last night, Scott Marsh, and he's at 5 already this evening.
$83. 41. $127. 43. Scott, you require 54.
That was for 2-0, but he will be back. Charles Barstow way back on 176. It is a slight advantage, I suppose.
43.
With
Scott, you
Marsh
require
already
40.
having had one game in our opening match of the night.
Game's on the second leg.
No mistake
Scott Marsh.
this time, and it is back-to-back 18 dart legs for Scott Marsh, but it's more than enough right now. Chaz Barstow not got going at all.
Third leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on. '83. '60. '95. $180.
Is this the start of the get back for Charles Barstow? That's his first.
$45. $134.
Backs up the max with a lovely 2-19 cover shot down to 127 after 9. Won't be doing nothing too heroic with this 127.
56.
Time on
Judge
his
record
side.
127. '87.
Sensibly sets up tops.
'94. Judge require 40. $20. Scott, you require 128. $42. Judge require 20. Game's on the third leg. Chaz Barstow.
Eventually gets one back, and it is the all-important breaker throw for Chaz Barstow. We now have a game on.
Fourth leg, it's Chaz to throw first.
Despite those missed darts at doubles, that was still only a 16-dart leg.
62. $140. $66. $135. $134.
Again, a fine use of the Cover shot on the 19s for Barstow. But he's in a bit of trouble here. Scott Marsh has stolen the darts.
140.
His turn to be down to a finish.
60. Scott, you require 86.
Normally, of course, would go 18 ball. Double 10. Oh,
78.
in the corner of the double 6. Couldn't be any closer. He'll be back for double 4.
$59. Scott, you require 8.
Has to go high.
Game shot on the 4 flag. Scott
like
Marsh.
that dart was led across the target area of the bottom wire of the double. And that's our view of proceedings. Not what a player sees, of course. And it's Scott Marsh that bounces straight back with a break. Leads 3-1. Has the darts in the 5th.
Game on. $140. 61. $96.
I do enjoy watching Scott Marsh. His facial expressions are very animated.
100.
You can almost get a read on what he's thinking. He will stay there. 519s leave 170.
133.
That leaves 132. Only a 180 and a 160 out would be suffice.
95. Scott, you require 132.
Won't be going ball. No need. Just a steady ton. 92. After that first dart, he could have come down for 19s. 4 19s would have scored 96, which would have left 36. He's got a problem here.
58.
Starts actually, that camera shot doesn't show how below the horizontal angle they are. That is a max.
180.
He's second
Scott, you
of the
require
match.
74.
And it just puts a bit of pressure on the 74. Single 20 for tops for the win. 4-1 and to go top of the table.
Game shot out the match. Scott Marsh.
Well, an indifferent performance, but very tidy in the end from Marsh. Really cleaned up well when he looked in a spot of trouble. Responded with a 14 and a 15 dart leg to end with an average of 87.43. 40% on the doubles. 3 140s, none for Chaz Barstow, and that is why he got pretty much outscored in the match. Right, when we come back, it will be Ryan Furness against Richard North. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, Ryan Finesse against Richard North.
6 more each.
Here's Ryan, 28, from Salisbury. Nicknamed Fire. Ovs. So I found a little bet in this one, might be of interest. Richard North to have one or more 180 in the match, 8-13. Confirmation of Scott Marsh winning that last match. He does go top. All to play for. Remember, the top three join Josh Payne, Alan Tavern and Andy Jenkins in tomorrow.
Okay, first leg it's Ryan to throw first. Game on.
Ryan won this tie last night by the tightest of margins, 4-3.
140.
Pace will no doubt suit both.
100.
I think this match will have legs, which obviously
59.
is the opportunity for the max. Richard did hit 5 last night, yet to hit one tonight. Didn't hit one in his opening match win over Scott Marsh. So he's due.
92.
Real big game in terms of table positioning up next. Chaz Barstow against James Richardson.
85. 85. 99. Ryan, you require
Should go ball.
125.
25 leaves a ton. Treble 20 and tops.
50.
Took a horrible
Richard, you
deflection,
require
as you could see by the angle of that dart. Another one of those for double 19.
134. Ryan, you require 75. Game shot in the first leg. Ryan Furness.
Very tidy finish from Ryan Finesse to get this one underway.
Second leg, it's Richard to throw first.
As they say up north, steady away. 18 dart hold.
140. 60. 45. 180.
Expected one from this man. Are we going to get one? There's your answer.
180.
Well done. If you got on that, I thought it was nailed on. Proves to be correct.
140. Richard, you record 136. 58. Ryan, you record 121. 55. Richard, you record 78.
Double 12.
Game shot on the second leg. Richard North.
Was a much tidier leg from Richard North. A 15 dart hold with the 78 checkout.
Third leg, it's Ryan to throw first. Game on. 46. 137.
Requirement for Richard North tonight is to win at least 3 of his 4 games. He's won 1 already.
85. 80.
Started the night on 2 points. 8 points might just squeak him in.
55.
A big ask in this field to go through the card.
180.
It's the second.
$77. Richard, you require 104. 84.
Interesting way to go. It nearly worked.
60. Richard, you require 20.
A 15 dart hold could be backed up
Game
with
shot in
a
the third
13
leg.
dart break,
Richard
and
North.
it is. Richard North now in control after a indifferent opening leg. He's found his feet in legs 2 and 3. Leads 2-1.
Fourth leg, it's Richard to throw first. 60. 135.
Almost thought it was Ryan's turn to get in on the act for the 180s.
61.
Bounce out, did recover well, but Furness has stolen the darts.
47. 96. 100.
Both real flair players that, like most flair players, they can sometimes
121.
lack a little bit of consistency, and that was a flare from Richard North.
47.
Misses the big 19 to leave 160. And that takes a bit of pressure off this 163. You wouldn't believe it, but it does.
33.
Good thinking that, to leave 130 means only 1 treble needed when he's opening 2 darts to get a dart at the ball.
140. Richard, you record
There's
130.
real pressure on the 130 after the 140 to leave 32. Can he work around? Oh, what a dart.
Game
And
shot
what a
the
dart
fourth
that
leg.
is.
Richard
On the
North.
ball for Richard North. Well, I did mention that these two are flair players, and there is a perfect example. He didn't even reset his feet.
Ryan to throw first.
Stayed in position he took to work around that blocking opening dart. And he found the bullseye.
100.
Fabulous 130 out.
60.
He's averaging 97.38 at the moment, Richard North.
100. 43. 100. 125. 138.
For the cover shot on the 18s. Unless Ryan makes a bit of a mess of this.
93.
And he picks off the treble 18 on the cover to leave 83. So Richard North will be
140.
focused
Ryan
on
record
leg 6,
83.
where he will have the darts to pick up another 2 points. Double 16 for a 14 dart leg. Double 8 for a 15.
75. Richard
Just took out a
require
130.
120.
Can he close it out with a 120? That's not a bad dart. Tops he needs.
100. Ryan, you
dart.
require 8.
So a 1 to save it.
No score. Richard, you require 20.
Well, this would be a big win for Richard because of leg difference. Double 5. Never a nice double.
15. Ryan, you require 8. No score. Richard, you require 5. 1. Ryan, you require 8. No score.
Don't think either of them want it. Oh, they want it
Richard,
too much.
you require 4.
Two twos, never lose.
Game shut down the match. Richard North.
Fortunately, Richard North finds the double 1. It was a bit of an average killer. He dropped his average over 10 points in the end, that one leg. Missing 10 darts at a double in total, but a fabulous 130 out. 2 180s to Ryan's 1. And Richard North makes it 2 out of 2 on the night so far. Right, when we come back, a really big game. Chaz Barstow up against James Richardson. Good evening and welcome back to the
6-1.
Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, a real game I've been looking forward to, Chaz Barstow against James Richardson. Here is James, 48 from Rushden, uses a 25-gram QSO dart, nicknamed Ruthless, and he can be, and relentless at times. This is the Chaser. Chaz the Chaser. Alright, okay. Confirmation of back-to-back wins tonight for Richard North from 4th to 2nd. Right in
Hey, first
the
leg,
mix.
it's Chaz to throw first. Game on.
Completion of this match. All players will have played 2 matches. Other darting news this evening. Wins in the World Seniors.
25.
For Kevin Painter. Phil Taylor. Robert Thornton. Martin
83.
Adams, who's involved with a wonderful game with Richie Howson.
123.
Other sporting news. Arbroath beating Kilmarnock. Sheffield United. Their run continues. The win over
100.
Birmingham. And I'll try not to laugh too loudly. But Middlesbrough beat Man United 8-7 on penalties.
180. 58. 97.
Down to 76 after 12 on throw. Chaz Barstow.
100. Chaz records
James
76.
won his opening match of the evening against Ryan Furness 4-2.
James on the
Chaz
first leg.
went down
Chaz Barstow.
4-1 to Scott Marsh, but this is a much better start than he made to that one.
Second leg, it's James to
14
throw
dart
first.
hold
Game on.
with a max. Takes care of leg 1.
100. 100.
Trading tons. Start of leg
100.
2.
92.
Great cover shot. And needed.
55. 59. 80.
Not left a finish of Chaz Barstow. Can find a couple of big trebles. More
140.
pressure. Richardson here. Got to leave it low and hope.
60. Chaz record 110. 80.
Just misses
James,
the
you
double
require
15.
106.
Another 5-visit lag. He'll be back.
74. Chaz record 30.
Double 15.
James on the
He
second
gets the
leg.
breaker throw.
Chaz Barstow.
16 dart breaker throw for Chaz Barstow. Just 31 darts used to win the opening 2 legs. He's in control.
Third leg, it's Chaz to throw first. 60. 60. 140.
Averaging 100.17 right now, Chaz Barstow.
140.
Reply from Richardson. Needs to go with him. Try and force a mistake
134.
out of Chaz, who's going along very nicely.
121. Chaz 167.
50 left.
142.
I am shocked. I think he thought, because of the high scoring from Richardson, he was on a finish, and he's just realised he wanted 180. Double five.
20. James, you require 40.
As he paid the price for not laying up.
Game shot on the third leg.
As
James Richardson.
James Richardson hits back with a 14 dart breaker throw to eventually get a shoe in this match. 2-1.
Fourth leg, it's James to throw first. $93. 57. 100. 123.
It's got him back in the leg. James Richardson has got his tail up.
140. 78.
6 darts from here to take 168 out for a level game.
100. 11. James requires 68.
Tops he needs.
28.
Would have been for a 15 darter.
$100.
So tops for a level game.
Game show on the fourth leg.
You can see
James
why
Richardson.
I was looking forward to this one. Opening 2 legs were won in 14 and 16 darts for Chaz Barstow. The response, 14 and 16 from James.
Fifth leg is Chaz to throw first.
2-2. Bit of Desmond.
100. 60.
Really was a coin flip of a game for me.
60.
The odds compilers concur. 4-5 Chaz, 10-11 James Richardson.
32. 140. 140.
This is their 9th meeting in the live league. Richardson won the first 4 ties between the two. Chaz won the next 3 before James stopped the rot last night.
28. Chaz require 109.
4-3 win.
Game show on the fifth leg.
Chaz
Barstow
with a 109 out. A 15 dart hold moves back in front for the second time in this match. 3-2.
Sixth leg, it's James to throw first. Game on. $100. $100. $81.
The conclusion of this one, we will be at the halfway point.
60. $140.
Brilliant.
180.
Brilliant from Chaz Barstow, his second of the match.
60. Chaz, you're recording
Just couldn't quite
161.
squeeze the dart through for a treble 20. 81 left.
99. James, you're recording 120. 41. Chaz, you're recording 62.
62 to finish off a blinder. Double 8.
Game shot and the
What
match.
a wonderful
Barstow.
game of darts that was from those two players. End average for Chaz Barstow, 95.63. Winning legs of 14, 16, 15 and 15. 4 out of 9 on the doubles. Very tidy indeed. Right, when we come back, it'll be Scott Marsh against Ryan Furness. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live
Six more
League,
each.
brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, match number 6 of 10. We are bringing you this evening, and it's Scott Marsh against Ryan Furness. A win here for Scott Marsh will move him on to 10 points. Mathematically, securing his spot in the top 3. As I said, it will be 8 points that will...
Okay, first leg, it's Scott to throw first.
Should be enough, well,
Game
will be
on.
enough to guarantee third spot, so it will come down to leg difference, I'm sure. Depending on how the other results play out, of course.
140.
So Richard North has already picked up 2 wins tonight, moves on to 6 points.
140.
He can go unbeaten, of course. He will move on to 10 and also be guaranteed a spot. But his run-in is Chaz, Barstow
140.
and James Richardson. And as I said right at the top of the show, that last match could well be a straight shootout for
43.
third spot. 8 to 13, Scott Marsh to win this one. Ryan Furness 6 to 5 on current form. Hard to
100.
disagree.
$60. Scott, you require 121.
Ryan Furness not quite hit the heights of some of the darts he produced in his previous exploits. Tops for a 12.
81.
What a great effort, grazing the top wire.
$60. Scott, you require 40. No score.
So 4 darts at tops to win the opening leg. For Scott
58.
Marsh.
Scott, you require 40. $30.
Serious
Ryan, you require 140.
double trouble.
$100.
Such a powerful
Scott,
leg
you
of
require
scoring.
10.
He's got time on his side, but not now.
$5. Ryan, you require 40. Game show on the first leg. Ryan
10
Finesse.
darts at a double there for Scott Marsh to win the opening leg, and Ryan Furness gets a breaker throw. Funny old game. Answers on a postcard. 1-0 Furness.
Second leg, it's Ryan to throw first. $180. $100. $85.
Follows the 180 with 85. I wonder if Scott Marsh is aware of
43.
his position in the table and the fact that he needs just one more.
140.
Pressure's off Ryan Furness, of course. He can't qualify.
$59. Ryan require 96.
It's a bit of a flyer. That's a great recovery, Dart. Tops.
76.
Scott Marsh back in a different postcode. Long way adrift.
93. Ryan require 20.
Double four.
16.
Splitting before going for the double five.
$140. Ryan require
15
4.
darts at double combined.
Game on the
16
second leg.
darts at doubles combined in the
Furness.
match, and only 2 hit, and they've both gone to Ryan Furness. And after an unusual break, he gets a hold, 2-0.
They'll look at Scott to throw first. Game on. $55. $59. $60. $85. $60. $60. $58. $140.
157 points away from a double breaker throw and a 3-0 lead. Against the man who is on top of the table.
92. Ryan record 157.
100 left. Ooh.
79.
Well, it's not too bad, but you almost feel that the 78 will have to go. Certainly will now.
Yep. 136. Ryan requires 78.
One dart for a 3-0 lead.
58. Scott, you require 40. Game shot in the third leg. Scott Marsh.
Eventually, Scott Marsh finds the hold of throw. One at tops for 3-0. Will we reflect on that in around about 5 or 6 minutes' time as a key to Scott Marsh's victory?
Paul it's Ryan to throw first. 97. $180. 85. $100.
180 and a ton. And he's taken control of leg 4, which Ryan Finesse had the darts.
60.
It's all going a little bit Pete Tong for Ryan Furness.
$60.
The fire needs some fuel.
$99. Scott, you require 161.
Treble 17 will leave the ball.
136.
Super effort.
Ryan, you require 160. $60.
For a level game.
Scott, you require 25.
Back legs. He wants double 8.
Game show on the 4th leg. Scott Marsh.
Rock solid. 15 dart break of throw for Scott Marsh. Does get this match back on throw. And it will be Scott to throw first in leg 5.
5th leg, it's Scott to throw first. Game on. $58. $140. $41.
Does this match have another twist in its tail?
180.
From Ryan Finesse. That's the second max of the match. He's averaging 90, 10 more than Scott Marsh.
83.
Treble 20 leaves 36.
145.
He's on a possible 10 dart leg. 140, 180, 145.
$96.
Does this come
Ryan, you
from?
require 36. Game
Well,
show on the
that's one
5th leg.
for the highlight
Ryan
reel.
Finesse.
He'll put that on his phone and show his pals. A lovely 11 dart leg there from Ryan Finesse to go back in front. Leads 3-2. Has the
6th leg,
darts
it's
to win
Ryan
it.
to throw first.
4
Game on.
legs to 2 with a holder throw here. Can he stay in the groove?
40. 60. $180.
80, number 3 for Ryan Finesse.
$97. 45.
Just got a little bit tight there. Still at 108 in front.
81. 60.
2 visits when he didn't really need it. Coming up dry when he could have taken complete control and given himself a bit of breathing space on the finish.
$100.
A win here for Ryan Furness. From a totally selfish point of view, will make the remaining matches seriously exciting.
95. Ryan requires 76.
Basically going to have 4 players right in the mix
41.
for qualifying.
Scott, you require 128.
I think that's in. It is double 10.
108.
Was that his
Ryan
last
requires
opportunity
35.
to get in the match? Double 16 for Furness for a big shock.
19.
That's 3.
Scott, you require
starts.
20. No score.
He's had 3. He gets another 3.
Ryan requires 16. No score. Scott, you require 20.
Just lacking that little bit of belief to really attack the double.
15.
Well, can't argue that Scott didn't attack it.
Ryan, you require 16. No score. Scott, you require 5. No score.
What a
Ryan, you
bizarre
require
ending
16.
to this leg and possibly the match.
Game shot and the match. Ryan Furness.
Well, he missed 12 darts at double in the end there. Ryan Furness denying Scott Marsh the win to guarantee his spot in tomorrow night's final. As I said, 12 missed darts at double and still a nearly an 81 average. Right, we're going to be back with Chaz Barstow against Richard North. Welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, match number 7, Chaz Barstow against Richard North. Well, that wasn't the result Scott Marsh wanted, that's for sure, but it's thrown this group wide open. Each of the next 4 matches all have something on them. There is the table. 3 of those 4 in the top 4 can qualify. Ryan Furness with only one match to play. Can't qualify. It's just the top 3. So every player on 6 points or above, right in the mix.
So first leg, it's Chaz to throw first. Game on.
Said right at the top of the show. Leg difference is going to play its part. Know each other very well, these two.
96.
Incredibly, only the one previous meeting between the two in the live league, but we'll have met many times on the local knockout circuit. Chaz Barstow
97.
just got the better of Richard North last night in what was a really enjoyable match to watch and commentate on. 3-3. Richard North has left a shot out. Chaz Barstow steps up and takes out 139 to deny Richard North the win.
Chaz for 121.
Trouble 20 for double 18. Double 18 for a 1-2-1.
Game shown the first leg.
What a start from Chaz Barstow. A beautiful 12-dart leg with a 1-2-1 finish. 1-0.
Second leg, it's Richard to throw first. Game on. $100. 96. 130. 100. 119.
Picking off the two balls, he knew the 25 would have left 170.
105.
Really a lovely setup shot from
Richard require 152.
Chaz Barstow. 152 for Richard North.
140.
He's not going to go out in 12, but he's left double 16 after 12.
140.
He has to get it.
Richard, you require
Chaz
12.
Barstow has left 60 after 12 himself. Good response from Richard North.
Game's on the second leg. Richard North.
14-dart hold of his own. Wow, what a start to the match. 12-dart leg hold for Chaz Barstow. Backed up with a 14 for Richard North.
100. 45. 140.
So strong on throw so far in the match, Chaz Barstow.
100.
Started this third leg with the darts with a ton and a 140.
60. 100. 60. 100. Chaz, you reckon 141.
There, he'd have loved a 140. Just to pressure this 141. Could go 25.
105.
Does go 25. Leaves 36.
156. 60. Chaz, you require 36.
For a third consecutive solid holder throw in
Game
this
on
match.
the third leg. Chaz Barstow.
And Chaz checks out the double 18 for a 17 dart hold and a 2-1 lead. Richard North is playing chasemate.
Fourth leg, it's Richard to throw first. $99. 80, 123.
Owen couldn't quite see that the treble 20 was in there.
43.
Instantly corrected the score.
40. 100. 92. 44. 81.
His reaction, he's just realised he's left a bogey, but that was a poor final dart.
59. Richard, you require 134.
Big ask, this one. Can't do it now, so Barstow will be back for the break of throw.
Chaz, you require
106. Almost feel something like this would turn this match on its head.
58.
But Richard North has a great chance to level things up to a piece.
Game's on the fourth leg. Richard North.
With a 19 dart hold of throw. And yet again, we have a level game. 4 legs played, 4 holds of throw. Chaz with the darts in leg 5.
Fifth leg, it's Chaz to throw first. 80. 65. 137. 95. 80. 58. 140. 38. Judge requires 64.
Tops for a 14 dart hold.
Game shown the fifth leg. Chaz Barstow.
This is high quality stuff on throw at the moment. Chaz Barstow's 3 winning legs have been won in 12 darts, 17 darts and 14 darts.
49.
On throw, he's averaging well over the ton.
140.
Is he about to make his move? here.
60.
We'll confirm Chaz Barstow in tomorrow night's final with Josh Payne, Alan Tavern and Andy Jenkins.
100. 134. 120.
180 on the floor there.
94. Chaz require 141. 55.
Oh, just straight
Richardson
left.
require 164.
86. Big ask this. 2 treble 19s for the ball.
89. Chaz require 86.
Treble 18, double 16. Single 18, the ball for the match.
45. Richardson requires 75.
One match dart for Chaz Barstow. 2 at double 12 to save it. Double 6, 1 left.
Game
Oh,
shoulder
brilliant.
6 flag.
Under pressure
Richard North.
from Richard North. He's hung in there all the way through this one. And we go to a 7th and deciding
7th
leg.
and final leg is Chaz to throw first. Game on.
6 legs played, 6 holds a throw. Who
43.
will blink first? Well, it's Chaz Barstow. What an opportunity for Richard North
140.
to steal the throw, and that's exactly what he's done.
100. 135. 99.
This has been a blistering leg so far from Northie against the darts in the decider. Has to switch. 60 would have left 166, which you can't finish. Treble 19's the shot. Single leaves 167.
47.
I think he just second guessed himself a bit
59.
there.
Yes.
122 remain. 110.
89.
90. Should get a dart off the ball. Or a dart at the ball, should I say.
78.
Treble 20, double 15,
Richard
20-20 ball.
190.
Well, that is just
32. Chaz require 122.
mind has boggled. And he had 68 left, needed a big 18 to get a dart at the ball. Chased the treble, got a deflection.
74.
He's left.
Richard
48,
require
missing
58.
a big 16. Edgy stuff at the end. Such a big game, of course, for both.
Game shot on the match.
Northie
Richard
finds a
North.
way and gets the win. And a big win for Richard North. That's 3 players now, all on 8 points. Fabulous average from Chaz Barstow. As I said, on throw, he was rock solid. just not in the last leg, and Northey nicks it. Up next, it's James Richardson against Scott Marsh. Welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, it's James Richardson against Scott Marsh. This group is getting seriously exciting. Remember, it's the top three go through to tomorrow's final. James Richardson has 2 to play. All the rest of the guys have 1. And it's out of those top 4. Either North, Marsh, Barstow or Richardson. One of those is going to miss out. Furness, unfortunately, can't get in the mix. He plays
Okay, first leg, it's James to throw
Chaz
first.
Barstow in
Game on.
our penultimate match. We have 3 more to bring you, and there's something on them all.
43.
Always felt this was going to be a tight group, and I actually thought Furness would have been in the mix. Lost a couple. 4-3, of course, and that would have made all the difference. What a night.
131.
For Richard North, started the night on 2 points, and he's currently 3 from 3.
140.
He's doing a tabern. 8-13. They went about James Richardson. 6-5. Scott Marsh.
11. 180.
See by the reaction there, James Richardson right up for this one. He would have been disappointed with his display against Chaz Barstow.
99. James, you require
Reduced to just 4 darts at a
138.
double.
$77. 60. James, you require 61. on the first leg. James Richardson.
Richardson gets it done. A 15 dart. Hold a throw. Puts him.
Second leg, it's Scott to throw first.
To the good.
Game on.
Now it's Scott Marsh up against it.
$96. 83.
Lucky there not to get a second treble 20. Deflected off the dart, skewing it into the treble 1.
$140. 95. 57.
One treble 19 and 2 singles would have left the 170.
140.
James Richardson very nearly hitting the max he needed to leave a finish.
$84.
Advantage Richardson for me. Looking the more assured.
123.
Beautiful recovery dart to leave.
Scott, you require 124. 56.
So 20 and tops.
James, you require 60.
To back up the 15 dart hold with a 14 dart break. And a 2-0 lead. Moves back across.
James on the second leg.
Back to
James Richardson.
15 dart legs for James Richardson has put him in a commanding position. He is desperate to get a win here.
Feel like it's James to throw first. Game on. $140.
Relentless stuff from Ruthless.
$100. $62. $140.
Starting to graft hard now, Scott Marsh. A ton followed by a 140.
$100.
He's picking out the corners of that treble 20. Almost effortless ease.
97. $98. Scott, you require 164.
Two treble 19s and the ball. There's one. That's not in. It's very, very close.
92.
Took a horrible
James, you require
deflection.
101.
As you could hear, metal on metal. Well, tungsten on tungsten. Tops for 315 dart legs.
On the third leg. James Richardson.
Beautiful finish that was for James Richardson, and it is 3 consecutive 15 darters.
Scott to throw first. Game on.
100.2 the average right now for Richardson.
$57.
A 4-0 win here for James.
60.
Go on to 8 points plus 2. Identical to that of Chaz Barstow. Richard North would go top
100.
on 8 points plus 4. Scott and Richard North
140.
They wouldn't quite trade places, but close.
$180.
Marsh has other ideas, telling me to hush my mouth. This is far from over.
85. Scott, you require 164.
Again, not sure why he's starting on 19s after
104.
hitting a lovely 3 darts on the treble 20. And of course, a 140 would leave 24.
140.
Now he is under
Scott,
it.
you require 60.
140 from Richardson leaves him a 2 darter. Tops he needs.
Game's on the fourth leg. Scott Marsh.
4th consecutive 15 dart leg in the match. 15, 15, 15 for Richardson and a 15 in leg 4 for Marsh.
Fifth leg is
3-1.
James to throw first. Game on.
You would think a 5th consecutive 15, and it goes to Richardson. would be enough to win the match, because that would force
140.
Marsh into finding a 12.
$96. $100. $140.
Really does have tons of heart. He is not wilting.
$83.
James Richardson just making sure the darts set right in his grip. Just applying a bit of chalk to the hand.
$97.
That's a miscount.
$24.
He's had a nightmare there.
$60. James, you require 154. $94. Scott, you require 108.
Marsh. Away, James Richardson has been finishing. Has to take this. Needed the treble 17 for tops.
Yes,
He's so good around the treble 20. I'm amazed he tries these
48.
alternative routes
James, you
on the
require
finishing.
60.
But 20 and tops to get it done. Oh, this could be awkward. He's having to move way left. Almost out of shot.
20. Scott, you require 60. Games on the fifth leg. Scott Marsh.
Two match darts for Richardson to win it 4-1. Scott Marsh.
Six-legged Scott to throw first. Game on. $57.
James Richardson has the insurance, of
100.
course, of knowing that he will have the darts in the decider if he can't close it out in leg 6.
$125. $140. $100.
Outside chance for Richardson if he can find a couple of troubles. They're just proving
22.
elusive. When you miss match darts, the pressure begins to build. You tend to dwell on those missed opportunities.
133.
Opening 3 legs, all in 15 darts for Richardson.
140.
Reply has been a 15 and a 17 and 2 match darts.
Scott, you
in leg
require
5
86.
for Richardson. It's 86 for Marsh. Make sure of the 18. I like that.
38.
Well, we could see tops here. You go for the treble 19.
James,
if he
you
hits the
require
single,
99.
leaves 80. And it should be tops. Right, he's going to get a dart at tops for the match.
Game shot on the match.
The third
James
time
Richardson.
of asking, James Richardson takes out the tops for a fourth 15 dart leg and an average, no surprise, of 96.33. Very good from Marsh, 91.33. The finishing 4 out of 7. And he missed 2 of those in that one leg to win it 4-1. Right, when we come back, it will be our penultimate match. And it's Ryan Furness against Chaz Barstow. Good evening and, well, good morning, should I say, and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League for our penultimate game of the night, and it's Ryan Finesse against Chaz Barstow. Now, plenty riding on this one. Scott Marsh has completed his 8 allocated matches. The other 4 players all have one to play. Ryan Furness is playing purely for pride. He's out of the equation. I will try and talk you through the permutations. Chaz wins, he's through. Ryan wins, it guarantees
first leg, it's Ryan to throw
Scott
first.
Marsh
Game on.
through. And Chaz would have to wait for the result of game 10. If Ryan wins 4-0 or 4-1,
180.
guarantees Northie through.
121.
Ryan was evens, Chaz 8-11.
$58. $97. $134.
Hope you can enjoy the last couple of games with us. If you're just in from a night out on a Friday
60.
night, you lucky lot.
Ryan record 129.
Plenty of you getting in touch via our social medias.
89.
If you do use Facebook, Instagram or Twitter, it's at Darts Live League.
$100. Ryan record 40.
Sit back, enjoy the action with a cup of cocoa.
$20. Chaz require 123.
Treble 18 ball. Stay there.
91. Ryan record
Bit of
20.
pressure on the double 10 now for Ryan.
Game shot on the first leg. Ryan Furness.
Very tidy opening leg for Ryan Furness. A 16 dart hole to throw. Chaz Barstow up against it.
Second leg is Chaz to throw first. $42. $140. $60.
Great integrity being shown by Ryan Furness here, purely playing for pride. As I've said, he's out of it,
60.
but still giving it his all.
$80. $140. 59.
Down to
Right number
161 after 9.
161.
It's just one part of this
46.
game he has to eliminate.
60.
Only 60.
Right number
So 6 darts at
115.
this for Ryan. For a 2-0 lead, treble 19, double 19. Well, that looks like a blocker dart to me.
15.
Yeah, I don't think there's technically too much wrong. It's just a bit of board management.
$100. Right number 100. 80. Chaz, you require 100. 60.
So
Ryan, you require
tops
20.
for 2-0. So of course he hit tops with his
Game's
last
on the
dart,
second leg.
which left
Ryan
20.
Furness.
And he eventually gets there, and it is a hold followed by a break. 2-0 has the darts in leg 3.
Feel like it's Ryan to throw first. $140.
Played in these
81.
round robin events when you just need that one final win, and you're playing against a guy who's effectively playing with absolute freedom.
100.
It is frustrating.
$99. $140.
Down to a low finish again after just 3 scoring visits.
100. Ryan number 121. $59. $140. Ryan number 62.
Double 16.
30. Chaz, you require 81.
And he does that so often. Grazes the outside wire. Needs to be more attacking.
50.
His darts
Ryan
lay
requires
across to the
32.
right, so if you're on the outside, it's
Game's
awkward.
on the
That's a
third
better
leg.
dart, though.
Ryan Furness.
It's a 16 dart hold, giving him a 3-0 lead. Can Chaz Barstow bounce back?
Fourth leg, it's Chaz to throw first. Game on. $137. 81. 81.
Don't forget, we have one more match to bring you. And there's going to be plenty riding on it.
140.
Richard North up against James Richardson.
100. 91.
Just keeping Barstow on his toes. He is fully aware.
59.
Can't afford a slip, and there is one. This won't do his leg difference any good, of course. If he gets beat 4-0 here.
139. Chaz require 124.
8 plus 2. Oh, he's missed the big 14. He can't believe it. So now he has to hope. Ryan Finesse fluffs his lines on 50.
50.
A lifeline for Barstow.
40. Game on the 4 flag. Chaz Barstow.
Huge leg that is for Chaz Barstow. 2 match darts for 4-0 would have meant Chaz Barstow would have need Northey to beat Richardson.
If they get Ryan to
1
first.
4-0 or 4-2.
44. $180. 60. 38.
Well, sleep's overrated anyway.
60.
So Barstow well and truly has the darts. And some.
180.
Second in the leg. Down to 103 after 9.
97. Judge record 103.
Well, the 3's got to come off at some point.
43.
He'll be back for 60 to close the gap to just 1. And he will have the darts
60.
in leg
Judge
6
60.
to level things up.
50. 100. Judge record 10. No score.
Oh dear.
Ryan, you require 80.
First dart, double 5 looked a perfect guide. He wants tops for a 3rd match
40.
dart.
Judge, you require 10.
Yet again, Barstow given a lifeline.
6. Ryan, you require 40. Game shot out of the match.
Eventually,
Ryan Furness
gonna make Chaz Barstow pay, and that has really thrown the cat amongst the pigeons. Ryan Finesse, 82 average in the end, only 80 for Barstow. 1 out of 10 on the doubles. Right, we're going to be back straight after the break with our final match of the night, and plenty riding on it as Richard North faces James Richardson. Good morning and welcome back to our final match of the session here at the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, our final match, Richard North against James Richardson. So, confirmation. Richard North is through, Scott Marsh is through. If James wins, he is through. If Northie wins, Chaz is through. If Richard North wins full 3, Chaz has the head-to-head legs 1 advantage over
Okay, first
James.
leg is Richard to throw first. Game on.
3, 4, should I say, tied up on 8 points. So we know 5 of our 6 players for Saturday night's final night. They are as follows: Josh Payne, the winner of Group A; Alan Tavern, the winner
57.
of Group C and the runner-up Andy Jenkins; Richard North, Scott Marsh, and either James
84.
Richardson or Chaz Barstow. Basically, for James, it's a shootout. He wins, he's through.
32. $139. 83. 96.
Nice easy game, of course, for Richard North. Very much like what we saw with
Richard 121.
Ryan Furness against Chaz Barstow. The pressure is off. Richard will be fully aware the hard work has been done. Remember, he started the night
89.
with just 1 win last night to his name, and he's qualified for finals night.
180.
From James Richardson.
Richard required 32. Game shot on the first leg. Richard North.
Richard North doesn't flinch despite the max from James Richardson. He takes the leg.
Second leg, it's James to throw first. Game on. 43. 81. 58.
Players know, of course, first part of the puzzle is to qualify for Saturday
60.
night and then qualify for Champions Week, where there's £15,000 in prize money up for grabs.
100.
5,000 tomorrow night. 35,000 total in each phase.
100. 85. 41. 123.
Down to 92.
44. James Rockwell, 92.
Needs to get a leg on the board just so he feels like he's in the match.
Game's on the second leg. James
A
Richardson.
rock solid 17 dart hold of throw. And he is in it. Going to need a break of throw, of course, to win this match. Is it going to come in leg 3?
Feel like it's Richard to throw first. $81. 85. 60.
Here is an opportunity.
$58. 58. 41. 126. 95.
And opportunities aplenty in this leg. He's just not been able to find that big 2 treble visit.
45.
And now another one presents itself. 2-2-2. 3 little ducks.
76. Richard, you reckon
Will go Quackers
131.
if he doesn't qualify. He's being given an opportunity here.
24. James, you require 146. 100.
Big last start.
Richard, you require 107. 47. James, you require 46.
6 tops.
James
There
on the
is
third leg. James Richardson.
Break a throw. James Richardson needed to win the match. Now it's all about 2 holds.
Fourth leg, it's James to throw first. Game on. $36.
It's the worst possible start.
95. 41. 100. 93. 139.
Well, Richardson, after grafting hard to make a breakthrough,
60. Richard, you
just
record
not been able to
167.
find the red bit. Richardson, North, on the verge of
60.
breaking back.
100. Richard, you require 107. 83. 40. 45. Richard, you require 24. Game show on the 4
Pins it.
flag. Richard
16
North.
dart. Instant break back for Richard North. Levels proceedings. And now James Richardson has to do it all over again. 2-2.
5th leg, it's Richard to throw first. Game on. $121. $140. $58. $100. $100.
140 and a ton for James Richardson. He's giving himself a chance.
41.
North still with the darts. Oh dear.
140. $140. Richard, you
Great
require
reply.
82.
Ball double 16. There's the ball. This will be a heartbreaker for James.
Game
Ouch.
show on the 5th leg. Richard North.
It's a 14 darter. Ball double 16. Correct way to go, of course. If you miss the ball in at a 25, it
6th leg,
leaves you
it's James
57.
to throw first. Game on.
Maximum of 2 legs remain. Can James Richardson win them both,
41.
or is the game up? Certainly lost a couple. He should have won over the last couple of days.
105. $66. $140. $85. $112. 41. Richard Rick 144.
And time on his side to get over the line.
44. $100.
Still no finish
Richard
for
Rick
James.
100. $60.
So when he comes back, it'll be 3 at tops for a 4-2 lead. Started the night in 4th position on the table.
36.
He's about to
Richard
end
Rick
it
40.
on the top.
Game shot on the match. Richard North.
What a performance on the night by Richard North, winning all of his matches, picking up just the 1 win yesterday and ending that one with an 82 average, and confirmation of Richard North topping the table. He's through, as is Scott Marsh, as is Chaz Barstow, and they will be joined by Josh Payne Alan Tavern, and Andy Jenkins. We're going to be back tonight at 10 p.m. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday and sleep tight. Good night.